saying, because what she's saying is not matching up with what he's telling me. I think she might be losing it. Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Alexisjayda and welcome. Today's notification shout out goes to Alexandra. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Te quiero mucho. Your words seriously meant so much to me. Thank you so freaking much. And thank you guys all for all the love and support that you guys showed me on my previous story time. It really meant a lot. A lot of you guys know that it is super hard for me to feel understood, and you guys are just so freaking understanding. It's so mind-blowing and so comforting and so healing because I don't feel alone. For the longest, I felt so misunderstood and I just couldn't get the words out, and you guys know I always say, you know what I mean? And you guys know what the I mean, and it seriously just makes me feel so freaking heard, and I don't feel crazy because a lot of people around me are always like, I don't know what you mean, because they don't have mommy issues, they don't have daddy issues, or not even have to have those type of issues to understand. And it's just like they didn't get it. And I'm just so thankful that I have such an amazing fam bam where we can heal together and express our feelings and not feel like we're alone. So I want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Te quiero mucho. Thank you so much. If you guys want to be part of the notification squad, all you have to do is just like the video, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below. And your comment can possibly be my next notification shout out. Boom. Chicka bing. Bing. Chicka bing. Chicka bing. I love you guys. I've been MIA. The whole house got sick. It was literally just one by one, just going down. I'm mom/nurse. So even if I feel crappy, I still have to be on duty. Babe got sick, the kids got sick, and it has just been, the schedule has been so just all over the place. I'm over here. I'm usually like a night owl, but not this type of night owl, right? Like it was just crazy. I hated the schedule. Now we're finally kind of somewhat getting on track. I still have like the chills and all that, like body chills. Not good, a little bit stuffy, but I'm feeling so much better, so I can finally sit down and record with you guys. Someone gave me a hole because I was on a roll. I was on a roll and I was feeling good. So I was feeling good, but now I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good. So I wanted to show you guys something that Fam Bam sent me, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I was gonna use it, but I didn't want to use it without showing you guys first. You know what I mean? So this is from Fam Bam Vanessa. I will link her information down below. Thank you so much for sending me this. This is so freaking cute. It's my Tweety Bird. I have so many things Tweety Bird, you guys. It seriously makes me feel so freaking happy because I'm like, you guys are just healing my inner child like crazy. But here is the beautiful cup, and she bedazzled up here. Thank you so much, Vanessa. This was sent to me by Princess Jazz Monique. Thank you so freaking much. Oh, I turned it backwards. This is my Tweety Bird ornament. Thank you so freaking much. I love you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to put it on the Christmas tree, you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you. I love it. Both of you guys wrote me such beautiful notes. Thank you so much. It seriously means a lot to me. Thank you. I love you. Te quiero mucho. Alright, you guys, and now we're gonna get into the story time. I'm getting a little bit sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. My baby hairs are growing in a little bit. Look at that. So let me know what you guys are doing, what you guys are eating, what you guys are driving. If you guys are driving somewhere, if you guys are cleaning, if you guys are just chimeando with your friend, let me know down below. You guys know I love to know. All right, so sit back, relax. We're gonna get into it with the story time. I feel like I'm missing something. Yes, duh. Okay. So I am having a giveaway, you guys. I will be giving away these 3 Versace sets, perfume and cologne sets. All you have to do is just be subscribed and follow me on Instagram, and that is all. I will be announcing the winners on Instagram. And for an extra entry, make sure you guys follow my husband. I will link his information down below as well. And yeah, that is all. Just stay active and you guys can possibly win one of the Versace sets. They smell amazing. And I just want to thank you guys and give back to you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribing and you guys are following me on Instagram, and I will announce the winner on Instagram like I announced the two-face winner on Instagram as well. That's the best way for me to do it. It's very easy. So yeah, I feel like we're rambling for a minute, but let's get into it. Sit back, relax, and let's begin. So I left off, me and Sam, we butt heads. She said some really nasty foul things to me, and I'm like, okay, you know what, all is forgiven, whatever. I forgive too easily. So we're walking down the stairs. and we hear the adults saying that they are going to send us away because they don't know what to do with us anymore, that we are out of control. Me and Sam are literally kind of like, because oh my gosh, we pushed it. We pushed it. I can't believe we irritated them so much that we're going to be sent away. You see this on movies, all that. We watch enough Lifetime, so we are just like kind of freaking out. So we don't even bother asking. We go back upstairs and we come up with a plan of like, okay, we need to start acting better. We need to tell them if they tell us. I'm over here thinking that these people can send me away. I'm actually really thinking like, oh, this can be a possibility, Lex. They can just send you away and your mom's never gonna know. So many things are popping in my head of, yeah, this can go down. Like, you can be sent away. I'm freaking out. I'm trying not to freak out to the point where I feel like, is this even real? Is this reality? I hate when I get that scared where I start questioning if we're just aliens on a planet and someone is just toying with us, and kind of like the Men in Black, you know? And I just get scared and I'm like, okay, whoever's controlling me, I want a different storyline. Like that type of, I get so scared. And it's so hard when you get so scared, it's so hard to snap out of it. No matter what anybody says, if anyone's like, just don't do it. Okay, I'm just gonna not do it, Jackie, and it's just gonna go away. You're right. Thank you so much for those powerful words. Dumb. No. It's really hard to get out of that mindset of nothing feels real. You start freaking out. It's kind of really hard to pull yourself back. It's not impossible, but it's really hard. It's not something that's just like, you know, it takes a minute. It takes a minute. And if you're freaking out and someone else is freaking out with you, it kind of takes a lot of minutes because you guys are both just like, like that. I'm like literally in the corner freaking out, like, okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? How can I, like, you know, convince them that like I'm a good kid and I'm not gonna act up anymore? I really thought it was just like on some, like, I don't know, like what's that one movie where like the dad gets sick and he sends her off to like a school with like all these kids. I'll try to think of the movie. Every time I watch that one, it gives me like heebie-jeebies. I don't know why. I still can't watch it till this day, but it freaks me out. I will try and put it here so you guys know what I'm talking about. It kind of gave me that feeling like, oh my god, are they just gonna oh my god, what the f is that? I don't want to get up. Something fell. I don't know what fell. What fell over there?
Nothing.
No, something fell, Angelica. I caught it on camera. Something fell.
Mom, nothing fell.
No. Something fell, Angelica.
Why are you screaming?
Because it was scary. I was talking and then it fell. What fell?
Nothing. The table's here. What?
Oh my god, you have no idea. I was like talking. I was like really into like telling story time. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, that's... Okay. Guess I was showing a lot of emotion. Alright then. I'm not editing that out. I normally do, but no. I'm not, yeah. Freaking out in the corner, and I'm literally telling her that like, we really did it. We really did it. She's kind of freaking out a little bit, but I feel like when one person is freaking out a lot, there's always another person that feels like, okay, like they have to be like the pilot. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I got this. And she just keeps saying like, no, don't even trip. Like, don't freak out. Like, stop. Nothing's going to happen. Alexis, you can just go to your mom. And I'm like looking at her and I'm like, no, like, oh, like freaking out. Like, I'm like hyperventilating, you know? And we hear them giggling downstairs. And in my head, right away, I start going like, oh my gosh, they're playing mind tricks. We hear them laughing, and it kind of is just like a switch for me where I'm like, what they laughing at? Like, what's so funny? And I really hate that I had this mentality, but I really was like really bad with it. Now I can hee-haw. I don't care. Okay. But back then, I don't know what it was. I was just like, what's funny, you know? And I felt like they were just like laughing at me, or they probably thought I was freaking out. I was thinking about all kinds of things. And Sam looks at me, she's like, you see, they're probably just talking out their ass and they're not gonna send us. And I'm like, no, that's probably what they want you to think, because they want us to act up and then they're gonna take us. And she's like, you think way too much. And I'm telling her, I'm like, no, Sam, you don't think enough. And I honestly think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna send us off. My mom's not gonna find me. My brother's not gonna find me. She's like, so what? So what? She like was acting like she didn't care. And I'm like, this is such like a big thing. Like, this is not normal. What the fuck is wrong with you? So she's telling me that she's going to go ask if we can still go out. She's like, I'm gonna ask, and if we are gonna get sent away, then I at least want to go out with a bang. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you're disgusting. And I'm like, no. And she's like, I'm gonna go ask. So she goes downstairs by herself, okay? Because I'm like, I'm not doing it. I don't feel safe doing it. I don't want to play in the fire. I don't want to twirl all of it. I don't want to do it. And it's just like, the way I was freaking out, y'all, I can remember just like trying to like find like a place where like I didn't feel like I was getting dizzy. And I really hated how I would get dizzy, because it felt like, oh, I'm losing control. You know what I mean? And I hated that feeling of not feeling like I was in control. And it freaked me out. Like, it really, really did, because I wanted to be in control. I wanted to know what was going to happen next. I wanted it's going to be okay. I hated not feeling like I was in control and someone else was in control of my situation. You know what I'm saying? So she goes downstairs, comes back upstairs a few minutes later, and she's like all excited. She's like, come on. I'm like, no, I feel like this is a trap. I feel like they are going to see how far we push it. No, I don't want to go. And me and her start fighting. Oh my God, you're so paranoid. I hate how fucking paranoid you are. Oh my God, come on. You made me go ask. I'm like, I didn't make you go ask. You wanted to go ask. You said, I'm going to go ask. And I was like, okay. No, I don't feel comfortable going. So we're going back and forth. She's like so mad where she is just like trying to throw like a little tantrum. But I am so focused in all like, we are going to disappear. They are going to kidnap us. We are going to get sent away. I'm never going to see my siblings again. And I'm trying so hard to just like stay in this moment, because I know that something bad is going to happen. And she's just not seeing it. She's not seeing it. She thinks that this is normal, and it is not. And I don't know how to get her to understand that this is a setup and you're falling right into it. You are so desperate for this relationship that you are going to get us both caught up. So we're fighting, and I'm telling her, no, I don't think we should go. Like, I think this is a bad idea. She's telling me, you're overthinking it. Like, can you stop? And she is like kind of like kicking her feet, where like it's like she's throwing a fit. And I just like look at her for like a good second, and I'm like, what the is wrong with you? Like, honestly, you act like you never got dick before. Like, what the is wrong with you? You can wait. You can honestly wait. No, I can't. Like, you don't understand. And I'm like, understand what? Like, are you on something? When I ask her, like, are you on something? Oh my God, you would think that I asked her like her dick size or something. She was so offended. She's like, what? Oh my God. Just because you grew up around that, that's not something normal that people do. First of all, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, don't act like you, oh, not me. I could never. You have. So yeah, no. And we kind of get kind of loud, to the point Mr. Peach comes upstairs, asks what's the problem, what's the holdup, if we're gonna go out or not, that he's gonna change his mind, that why are we making it a big deal, that he wants to go on his merry way, but he wants to know what's going on. And I'm like, nothing, I don't want to go anymore. She tells him like, oh, I'm not gonna kiss her butt, I want to go, but I know you guys won't let me go if I go by myself. And he like tells her like, yeah, like Alexis needs to go, you're not gonna go by yourself. So she starts getting even more mad, and she starts telling him that I'm just making it difficult on purpose, that she wants to go hang out, and that she doesn't want to kiss my butt. And he starts going in on me and tells me like, why are you being like that? Why does she, do you want her to kiss your ass? Like, why are you being like that? And it kind of seemed that way, but it wasn't. I was not. I just felt like, okay, they're up to something, and I could feel it. But Sam was just so, it felt weird, you guys. It just felt like I could see what they were doing, plain as day. And Sam was just so like, oh, she wanted to go out and she wanted to hang out with him. She wanted to, like, you know, have fun, and she just didn't care. And I hated, it kind of felt like the fear that you get if you're scared of heights, or if you're on a ride and you're waiting for it to drop, but you're just teetering just at the top like this. And you got that like gut feeling, that gut wrenching feeling where you're just like, oh, and you like are scared. You're scared to like take a deep breath because it might just go whew. And by the time you catch your breath, it's already done, and the consequences already, boom, right there in your face. So I just keep telling him, like, I just don't feel like going out. Like, why do I have to go? I don't want to go. And he's like, you already said you were going to go. Why did you change your mind? And I'm like, I just don't want to go. And I don't want to tell him because I feel like you guys are setting us up, because I don't want to show my cards either, you know? And he just keeps telling me, like, just go. Like, why don't you guys just go for a little bit, go have fun, hang out with friends? And I tell him, like, well, what if boys are going to be there? And he's like, well, you guys know what you guys are supposed to and not supposed to do. And I'm just like, nah, that's a weird answer. That's a weird answer. Like, I was very like, I'm not going for it. Because keep in mind, this man is always saying like, oh, acting like hoes and this and that. But now all of a sudden he's like, no, go ahead, go. No. And so I just tell him, I'm like, what's going on? And he goes, with what? I'm like, yeah, like, what's going on? Like, why do you guys want us out of the house so bad? And he goes, I just can't. I try and be understanding, and I'm gonna let you guys, and then you say this. And so it literally felt like, I don't know, y'all, like, it felt weird. So Sam ends up getting her way, and I'm like, okay. I text Skillet, I'm like, hey, yo, like, I don't know what's going on, but like, something's up. She tells me she's gonna be a little bit late. Don't overthink it. F it. And if anything happens, I'll just tell your mom. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't know what's going on. It felt weird. Vibe was off. Everything just felt like I was walking into, I don't know, I never watched The Matrix, but maybe that's how it is. I just feel like I was walking into danger. So even putting on my sweater, I was like, I still felt like I was at the very top, just teetering back and forth. I look at Baltimore and she's like, weird. I'm like, okay, that's so weird. It felt like I was walking out and it was just, it was bad news. So say bye to Baltimore, say bye to Peach, and she's just like, be safe, guys. It was weird. It was weird where I'm like, why are they acting like this? Like, what are they up to? Like, what are they up to? So as we're walking out, I swear I feel like something is just going to snatch us and bring us right back. It felt weird. So as we're walking out, we are going to meet Rock and Little Rock. And we are going to meet him at the gas station. I keep telling Sam, I feel like this is a setup. Like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I feel like you're falling right into the trap and we are going to get caught because of something that you want. Not even I want, you want. She's like huffing and puffing, upset with me because I'm like cock blocking her, you know. Oh my God, you're just so negative. Like, can you stop? And if we are going to get caught, then you know what? Honestly, I don't care. Like, I just need to see him. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you're so annoying. Like, I can't believe, like, you're this, you know, de-whipped, whatever. We're walking to the gas station and I just feel like someone is watching us. I just don't know who. Like, I honestly feel like someone is watching us and I just don't know where. Or I keep looking around. Like, I feel like unease. Like, I feel like someone's in the bushes and I just feel like, oh, like I can't shake it. I'm even texting Skillet and I'm like, hey, yo, like, I feel weird. And she's just telling me that it's okay, that they probably are watching, that just to be careful, but that she doubts it, that they probably just wanted to fuck all three of them and us not be there. And I'm like, nah, like, I feel like something's up. So I light a cigarette because I'm thinking like maybe this will calm me down. Light a cigarette, finish that one, light another one. I'm just like chain smoking at this point because I'm thinking that it's gonna calm me down. And it always tripped me out when I could like chain smoke back to back like that, because there would be times where I would try to do that back to back and I would like vomit. But I guess where I was so scared, I don't know. It was just going and I wasn't gagging or nothing. So Little Rock and Rock tell us that they're going to be a little bit late, but just to chill. And I just keep telling Sam, like, someone's watching us. Oh my God, you're being dramatic. Like, can you just quit? You're going to ruin it for me. I just want to have fun. Like, when you want to go out and do your thing, I don't say nothing. And I'm like, you sound so stupid. First of all, I don't even bring you. Second of all, you don't even know. Like, you're just talking to talk. Like, have you ever just been around somebody and they're just talking to talk and it's just like, shut the f up. You're saying nothing. Like, you know nothing. Just please, because you just sound real dumb. And I just didn't want to be there. Like, I just kept telling her, like, you're stupid. You're going to get us caught up in something. And I don't want nothing to do with it. Like, I don't even like you, Sam. Like, I really don't. So I started attacking Sam in that way of like, I don't even like you. Like, I don't even know why I'm here. Like, I hate that I had to be forced to come out with you. And she is just looking at me like if I am like high or something, like, you know, and she just like so confused. Like, she's confused of like, oh my God, you hate me? Like, no, it's not a secret. I don't like you. So I had to keep telling her, like, I don't like you. Like, I don't want to be here. You're an evil person. You say some stupid shit. And I am just like going off on her because I don't want to be there. I feel like I had to go and I just didn't want to. I felt like I was being set up. I felt like I was having like an episode and she wasn't taking me serious. Like, I was just like, I don't want to be here. I don't feel safe. Like, I don't want to do this just because you want to get some dick. Like, I just don't. And I feel like this is going to get me in trouble. And she's just like looking at me like, can you just calm down? No, I don't want to calm down. Like, you're like not listening to me. And I just kept telling her, like, you're not listening to me. We're going to get caught. I feel like someone's watching us. And she just keeps telling me, like, you're tripping. You're worried for no reason. Nothing's going to happen. And I keep telling her, I'm like, yes, we are. And I don't even know where we're going to go. We're going to be out in the open. We're going to get caught doing something. I was just overthinking it. And I was freaked out. And she just starts telling me that they were probably just saying that because they know that we could hear. And they just probably wanted to put fear into us. And it obviously worked on you. Like, just calm down. Like, we're not going to get sent away. Nothing's going to happen to us. Relax, chill. And I'm like, no, like, you think it's a game? Like, I'm not sitting here trying to gamble. Like, you don't understand. And she's like, I do understand. Like, you're going to be fine. Like, chill. And I'm like, So I felt like I was being a big buzzkill, but for good reason. Like, y'all, I was scared. Like, I was really scared that something was going to happen and my mom was not going to know. Like, I was even scared that when I got locked up in juvie, that they weren't going to let me call my mom or that I was going to get lost in the system. Like, I just overthink. My anxiety has always been like super high. And a lot of you guys were like, damn, you do overthink. But yeah, I always have overthought everything and been really scared. It was just like, it was very, very toxic because it's robbed me a lot of things from like having fun with like friends or just like a lot of things. And it just sucks because I just wish that even if when I'm like freaking out, that people could understand like how intense it was so they wouldn't be so judgy, you know, and think like, oh my God, like you're just saying words. And it's like, no, like these words, like I wish you could understand the meaning of them because like I'm freaking the F out right now. Like, it's scary. So I keep trying to tell her like, no, I don't think we should. I don't think we should. I feel like we're being watched. Like, I bet you anything your dad's gonna think that it's me and it's you. You're a whore. And I'm just like being so rude to her. We're at the gas station and people are just like looking at me, have a freaking little like panic attack on Sam. And they're just like looking like, because I'm being so rude. I'm being so rude to her. Like, I just keep telling her that she's so desperate. And she's like, you're one to talk. You're one to talk. Over there crying over your ex. And I'm like, I don't care, dude. I don't care what you say. Like, okay, yes, okay, let's go back. And she's like, I'm not gonna go back. I'm not going back. You can go back and you can tell them that you left me, but I'm not going back. I felt like I was stuck. And I was like, oh my God. I am still messaging Skillet and I'm like, hey, like I really need you right now because I am freaking out, dude. She keeps telling me to relax, that she bets anything that they were just talking loud because they wanted me to hear, and they can't just like ship me off. She's like, dude, they can't just like ship you off somewhere. Don't even worry about it. Like, you're gonna be fine. Like, quit tripping out, Lex. Like, you're gonna be fine. And I'm like, you can't promise me that. How can you promise me something that you don't even know? Like, how can you promise me? And so I was kind of like just like going off on her. Like, how can you say something but not even really know? Like, you don't know. Like, you don't know. Like, how can you promise me? Like, I was freaking out, you guys. And I hate when I get that scared because, like I said, I feel like I ruin the mood. It makes people look at you like, what the fuck is going on? I end up texting Rock, and I was telling him like, hey, we can't chill at the cemetery. Like, we have to go to our house or something because I feel like we're being set up. And he's like, set up? Like, what do you mean? Like, you're tripping. I'm like, no, like, we have to go somewhere else. Like, we have to go to a different park. We can't go around here. Like, we have to be like in a house, because I felt like if we were in a house, if the Peaches were watching, they couldn't catch us doing something. But if we're out in the open, like in the cemetery, we're gonna get caught. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, we have to be hidden, because if we're out, we're gonna get caught, and I'm gonna get in trouble for something I'm not even doing. Like, I'm not even participating, and I'm going to be in trouble just by association, you know? So he says, all right, bet, let me figure something out. She gets mad at me because she says that I'm making things complicated to stop freaking out, that I'm like bugging her, that she's just gonna leave me there. How are you gonna leave me, bitch? Like, no, wherever you go, I have to go. Like, I can't just go back to the house without you. Because she tells me, then start acting right. Stop acting like that. Act right. I was pissed. I was pissed because she really thought she had the upper hand, because she knew that I couldn't leave without her, and it pissed me off. So she started talking to me with like a little attitude of, then act right, or I'm gonna leave you. I hate when people know that you're like scared, and so they will start to use that and like play on that. I don't like that. I always think people are like so stupid and grimy for that. Like, how are you going to use that against me? Because you know I'm scared. Like, I hate when people play on people's emotions, especially when they're scared. That's a different type of sick. Like, I don't like that. I don't respect that. You're stupid. You're ugly. And that's not cool. When someone's scared and you play on that, or you like start picking more on it, you know that they're scared of something, it's not cool. I'm not talking about like, oh, like scaring someone like, boo, you know, like scary things or anything like that. I'm talking about like when they are scared of something and you are intentionally freaking them out more. You're disgusting. That's not cool. That's gross. And I hope you never feel that type of like uncomfortableness, because it makes you want to jump out of your skin. Finally get picked up after my freaking like 20-minute panic attack. Finally get picked up. They start to laugh, like they think it's funny, and they're like, no, like seriously, where you gonna go? And I'm like, I don't want to hang out. And I'm like, the only reason why we're hanging out is because Sam. I know that hurt feelings, that made people feel like awkward. I don't care. I don't care, because I knew that like something was up. We are going to get in trouble. They're like, all right, cool. Like, let's go and hang out with like some of our friends. I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to be inside a house. Okay, cool. I don't know why I'm worried. So as we're getting on the freeway to go to this casa, I get a message, and it's from the Peaches. They messaged me and Sam at the same time. Where are you guys? I just look back at her and I just immediately start freaking out. And I'm like, I told you. And she's like, chill. They know that we're hanging out with friends. Like, why are you tripping out? Like, they're only going to know if we're doing bad if you just fold. Everyone starts to laugh and they're like, chill. Like, you're really going to just like give it away if you're just freaking out like that. I'm like, okay. So she makes up a lie. She's saying that we're hanging out with girlfriends. And they just reply, okay, be safe. She goes, you see? You're tripping for no reason. Stop. You're ruining the fun. You're such a buzzkill. And I am just trying to take like deep breaths, like, okay. Osa, what the fuck up? Osa. And as like I'm trying to like, a little rock reaches over to grab my thigh. He's like, you okay? Like, relax. Like, he's like trying to act like he's like doing something. I'm like, don't touch me, because I'm just like gross. Like, I just don't want to be touched. We go to this friend's house, and literally everyone in there thinks that I'm rolling on something because how I just look so overly paranoid. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna roll with that. I don't care. I don't care if they think that like, oh, like homegirl over here tweaking. Like, I don't care. Like, I'd rather me look like that than me be so relaxed that I am oblivious to what's going on around me, because I know we are going to get caught. I just don't know when. I don't know when this shoe is going to drop, and I am literally like like I don't want to get too comfortable. I need to make sure that like I'm not downing shots. I need to make sure that like I am just so focused, so if anything does happen, I can run. So I just sit on the couch. There's other people. They introduced me. I just don't remember, and I'm just like, these people, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not trying to make friends. I'm literally just there so she can get what she wanted, and so we can leave. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to make friends with anybody. I don't care. There was a girl that when everyone started dancing, she got on top of me. She started doing like a little lap dance. I think that's like the only thing I really participated in, was like holding her hips as she was doing like a dance and stuff like that. And she just kept complimenting me on like how pretty I was. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. She's like, you see, like just lighten up a little bit, babe. And I was like, no, I'm like paranoid. Like, y'all think like this is like, someone's gonna kidnap me. So I sounded like if I was really losing it, because they're like, who's gonna kidnap you? And I was telling them like her dad, like her dad is gonna, like, it's okay, like you want something to eat, like maybe like it'll get out of your system quick enough, you want to go take a shower upstairs. I'm like, why the hell would I take a shower upstairs? Like, I feel like she's not taking it serious, and like they are going to send us off. So I sounded like if I was like really just like losing it. It sounded like I took an edible and it was just And Sam is laughing the whole time, and she keeps telling them like she's crazy. Yeah, nah, like she's just freaking out, like she's bugging out. And I'm just looking at her and I'm like, how are you not taking this serious? Like, your dad is gonna do something. Like, I don't know why you think it's a joke. You know how up it is trying to talk to everyone around you and trying to convince them that you're not on drugs and that you are just trying to tell them that you really are scared. It's really like really bad. And then you get to the point where you feel so freaked out that you're like, oh my God, am I? So she's over there. It's like a little house party. Everyone, it's like a very small house party because like the parents were in the room. Everyone's like, you know, dancing, bumping, grinding. That girl is like still trying to talk to me. She's just like, you know, it was, she was sweet because she probably was like, oh my God, this poor lost soul, like what's going on? And I'm over here like freaking out, like just talking to myself, and I just keep checking my phone. Like, I just looked crazy because I was just like, no, like something's up. So I tell Skillet where we're at, and I'm like, hey dude, can you just pull through here? She's like, whose house is it? Like, I can't just pop up, like what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't even know whose it is, but like I'm pretty sure like it's okay if you come through. Like, I just really need to see you. Like, I'm really freaking out, dude. Like, I'm really freaking out. She's telling me to relax, that she swears that nothing's gonna happen, and that if anything does happen, it's on her. And I'm like, okay, and if it's on you, then what? Like, what do you think is what's really gonna happen? So I'm like overly freaking out, overly paranoid. I know when I get like this, it takes a lot to like bring me back. So I get text messages from the ex, and he's like telling me like, what are you doing? Where are you at? And I'm like, why do you care? You're grounded, you can't come out anyways. And he's like, I just want to talk. So I don't know if Skillet wrote him like, hey, go check on Lex, like she's really freaking out, or like what, if it was just timing, maybe you could feel my aura, something, my vibe, something. But it kind of distracted me a little bit, like talking to him, because I was really sounding like a crazy person, like on the couch, and everyone's like, come on, come dance here, you want to drink? And I'm like, no, I can't. Like, they're gonna catch us, like they're gonna send us away. No, something's gonna happen. Like, they're gonna kidnap me. I sounded crazy, y'all. Like, when I think about it and I look back, it's funny because I shouldn't. All that freaking out, and for what? I freaked myself out twice for no reason. Twice. Well, for good reason, but twice. We continue talking. Me and him gets to the point where he says that he is gonna come over and see me, and I'm like, I don't know if you can come in, like it's not my party, like I can't just invite people. And he just says that he's just gonna be outside, that it's fine, that he's just gonna be outside. So I'm like, okay, like he's acting really nice. Okay, cool. I text Sam that he's going to be coming. She doesn't even care. She's like, okay, why are you telling me? I'm like, so you know where I'm at, like I'm gonna be outside. Why are you so annoying? She's like, okay, like just leave me alone. Like, you are embarrassing me. I guess I embarrassed her because like she knows these people, like she grew up with these people or something. She didn't. So I'm like, okay. So he takes a minute to get there. he gets there, I go outside. I'm just like really excited to like see him. And I just feel like, okay, cool, I can breathe. I start talking to him about what's going on. He tells me that if anything, that he'll just talk to his sister and I could just stay with them, that like not to freak myself out. Just hearing that gave me like comfort, and I was like, okay, cool, like I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna get shipped off anywhere. He'll save me. And he was just saying all the right things and making me feel comfortable and not crazy. So we literally just hang out. We hang out, we don't even do anything, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I can breathe. That like it's going to be all right. It's all in my head. Like he just said, he'd tell his sister, okay, cool. And he just keeps reassuring me that like it's gonna be okay. I must have been like really freaking out for like him to be like, oh, okay, like, you know, it's gonna be okay, for him to having to like reassure me. We hang out a little bit, and then he says like he has to go back home because he's grounded. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I didn't even have to sacrifice anything. And he just goes on his merry way. I go back inside, and now I'm just like a whole different person. So everyone was really thinking that it was just the edible that passed, because they kept asking what it was that I took, because they want some of that, because I was freaking the hell out. And I'm like, no, I wasn't on anything, I'm telling you. And I'm like explaining a little bit better, because now I don't sound like all over the place. And they kind of just start laughing, and they're like, well, even if you are gonna, you know, get in trouble and they're gonna send you guys away, like might as well just like live it up and have fun like one last night. So now I feel better knowing that like, okay, they don't think like I'm a crazy person. They are listening now because I don't sound like all over the place. Like I sounded like all over the place. So like I was scared. We start having fun, start dancing a little bit. Skillet ends up showing up like later. We text the Peaches what time they want us home, and they say, what do you think? So I'm thinking like, okay, don't go home too late, because that's going to be pushing it. Like maybe I am just like tripping out and nothing is going to happen, and I just need to relax and breathe. It's all in my head. So we're getting ready to call it a night. Like, okay, the party's still going, but I tell Sam like, all right, we got to go. And she's like, okay, like, yeah, we do. Like, it's getting late. So she tells them like, okay, can you guys give us a ride? They say yes. So they're going to give us the ride home. And as we're driving home, where do we stop? At the cemetery. I felt like no one was taking me serious when I kept saying, y'all are playing with fire. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, why, how am I sitting here telling you about how your parents are going to react? Like, you should just know. Like, oh, my dad's crazy, or oh, like he means it. Like, why does it have to be someone else saying like you're pushing it? Like, why can't you just listen and be like, you know what, I'm pushing it, right? I stay in the car because I'm like, there's no, I have no business going out there because I'm not doing anything with anybody. So I'm gonna stay in the car. I get so much crap for staying in the car because Little Rock was like trying to get me to get out of the car. Like, oh, come on, like, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna look at the stars type bull. And I'm like, no, I can chill in here. Like, I'm good. Him and Skillet get out of the car. Skillet didn't bring her friend that she said she was going to. So I'm just in the car by myself. Skillet gets out. Everyone's doing something with somebody. And I'm just sitting in the car. And I know, like, okay, something is up. Someone is watching. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, I know I'm not tripping. Someone is watching. I'm just chilling, just sitting there. Everyone else is doing like their little thing, and I'm still like, like it's coming back again. Like, I feel unease. I feel like either someone is going to rob us. Like, I just feel all over the place with all my emotions. It feels like a good 15 minutes pass by. You can see some like motion going on, you know? And you just hear a hard on the window. And the window is so foggy because I am a freaking paranoid mouth breather, I guess. And it's all kinds of like fogged up, right? So I go like this, and it's Mr. Peach. He looks so fucking mad. And he just like pounds again. And so I open the door, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, nothing. Where's Sam? And I'm like, she needed to go restroom. She's over there. He's like, where? And I'm like, over there. So they were by like a tree, and he is like yelling at me, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. Like, I'm in here by myself. Like, nothing. I was so freaking scared, y'all. Like, I was really scared. And he is like yelling at me to go and get Sam, like, right now. I think because he didn't want to see. I think he didn't want to see what he thought he was going to see. So he was like, you go get her. So I get out of the car like super fast. I trip over myself. Like, you know, in those movies where you're like, how the are they falling like every 5 seconds? It's because they're scared, you guys. When you get so freaking scared, your limbs can sometimes go numb and you just fall. So I was like a deer in headlights falling, and I probably looked really scary because Skillet screams like, Alexis, what are you doing? Because I'm like walking and falling. And I'm like, Sam's dad's here. And she's like, what? So she starts walking with Little Rock. She just starts walking with him, and they're going in opposite direction because no one's trying to get confronted by any parents, right? So I try to make my way to Sam, and thank goodness they're already finishing up. I tell her, I'm like, your dad's here, your dad's here, your dad's here, your dad's here. And she's like, what are you talking about? So she's like freaking out. I'm like, your dad's here, like, hurry, like, your dad's here, like, get, like, hurry, like, finish, like, she has hickeys all along her neck. Me looking at them, I'm like, why? And she's like, I don't know. Like, she looks so scared. It looked like a genuine I don't know. And I am just like yelling at her, whispering like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Like, just like really scared. And I just look at Rock and I'm like, God, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm telling her, like, I told you. She's like, I know. So she's like scared because the consequences are going to kick in, and they're going to kick in good. And I tell her, I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble for something you did. And she's like, I know. So we both look like the end of the world. Like, we are both freaking out. I'm scared because I'm like, in a way, I feel like I'm going to get blamed for her activities because it's someone I know. And that sounds stupid, but that's how these people were. So she's getting ready. Rock is like, what do I do? What do I do? Whispering to me. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, go catch up with like Skillet and them over there. I wouldn't go back to the car. Like, he's mad. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it was scary. It was scary because I did not know what was going to happen. He just books. Doesn't even tell Sam like bye. Anything, just like books. So me and her are walking back. I get scared and I just start being mean to Sam. I start being mean. I'm like, you see what you did? Like, just because you wanted to go and like be a hoe. She's like, what? No, like, he's the one who stopped. Like, we weren't gonna stop. And I'm like, why couldn't you just like done something at the party? Like, why did it have to be here? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the stupidity and how you think and your thought process. And so like, I'm just like being mean to her, and she is like so scared. And I feel bad because if someone's already scared, I don't like making them feel more scared. So I just like look at her and I'm just like, oh. So we get closer to the car. Mr. Peach grabs Sam so rough, and it's so scary because I really thought like he wasn't gonna grab me like that, but no, he freaking grabbed the corner of my elbow, like the bottom of my elbow, and pinched it so freaking hard and like threw me in the back of the car. And like, yo como pendeja estúpida también, he threw her that way all like rough and stuff in the back of the car, and I just stood there waiting like, my turn, you know. And I was already gonna walk, and I guess I was walking slow, and he was like, tú también, and like threw me in there. And I was like, don't touch me like that. And he's like, no me dices nada, throws me in there. And I'm like, I was kind of like, oh, okay, like scared. I was so scared because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I don't know what he saw. I don't freaking know. It was very scary. So he gets in the car. She immediately starts apologizing that she's sorry, that the reason why she acts like this is because of him and that it's his fault. Like, she was really trying to do reverse psychology, and he was not going for it. He straight up told her, I don't give a fuck. It is not a good enough excuse. That he gave her trust and he just wanted to see. He just wanted to see if she was gonna be stupid, and she was. As soon as he said that, me and her locked eyes, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, te dije. I told you, bitch. I told you. And he is just yelling at her, calling her every name every single name in the book, and that who is that person, that he's never seen that person. And as he's saying that, I'm like, oh my god, he saw. So he is just like yelling at her, and he's like, and I thought it was gonna be this one that was gonna be out doing stuff, but no, it's you. I was so offended. I was like, like, you mother. Like, I was very hurt that how he said it. It was very rude, where I was like, ew, like, why would you say it like that? Like, but was it? No, it was Sam, right? So, haha, in your face, bitch. It feels like it takes forever to get home, but it's really not. It's just because, like, where you're so scared, everything feels like it's going in slow motion. So as we pull up, Baltimore and Mrs. Peach are outside, and they're just folding their arms like this. And I am scared, even though I did nothing. Like, I did nothing. It sounds so stupid, because I think back and I'm like, what if I were to do something? What were they gonna do? Huh? Just kidding. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they did care enough where they were gonna give me putazos también, but who knows? But we pull up and the arms are folded, and Mr. Peach is still going in on Sam, calling her this and that, every name in the book. And she's like, you see how you talk to me? And he's like, stop with the manipulation. Like, I know what you're doing. I see right through you. And he is just giving it to her. And he's throwing me under the bus too, that he doesn't know if it's because of my influence. And I try and chime in here and there, and I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did have some influence on her of doing some bad, but come on now. It wasn't all me, okay? Like, those skills were, no. So he's still yelling at her. We're in the driveway, and they start getting closer to the car to see like what's up, because they see how like upset he is. Because at first they were just sitting like there, like shaking their heads waiting, and then they seen how he was yelling at her, and they got kind of concerned, and they start walking closer. So I don't think they knew how mad he was or what. They open the door. I look up at Baltimore. She's like, ¿Qué dices? What did you do? And I was like, I didn't do nothing. And she's like, mentirosa, ¿qué? What did you do? And Mr. Peach is like, she didn't do anything. She was in the car como pendeja estúpida también. That I was in the car, and I just look like an idiot. And while they're over there doing their pendejadas, and she is like, no te cree, like, I don't believe you. So Baltimore is like, nope, I don't believe you. And he was like, believe what you want, I don't care. The problem is her. And he's like pointing at Sam. And Sam is like, I'm sorry. He's like, you're not sorry. You're only sorry that you got caught. Mrs. Peach goes to reach for Sam, and Baltimore interferes. And I'm like, because Peach is nothing to Sam besides like the stepmother, you know, which I'm not trying to say like stepmoms don't mean anything, but y'all know what I mean. So Peach was gonna grab her, going like, right? And Baltimore steps in and grabs Sam. And it was just so like, it was very like, okay, the stove is really, really hot. Like, it's hot, and like someone's gonna get burned. Peach looks at Baltimore, and she's like, to like, you know, like learn her place. And Baltimore's like, this is a family issue, which is weird, because like that who am I to say? It was awkward, the tension, everyone can feel it. Peach tells Sam to get inside, and Baltimore tells her no, to wait out here, that she needs to talk to her. Peach goes, get inside. Baltimore goes, stay here, I need to talk to you. It felt weird, like everyone was like trying to know where they like, okay, no, listen to me, no, listen to me, no, listen to me. And it was kind of confusing. So my dumbass, I say some stupid like, this is why Sam does what she does, because she's so confused with like what's going on here. God, get that. I was like, okay, because why you say that for? You have no reason to say anything. Like, shut up. Like, what are you talking about? I just wanted to save Sam, because I was like, oh, this is so confusing. And so Sam's like, I'm gonna stay here, because she had like a little attitude. She's like, I'm gonna stay here. Mr. Peach looks back at her and tells her like to shut the up, that she is just digging herself in a bigger hole, just to shut up, that he's gonna be calling her mom. And she's like, good, I don't want to be here anyway. So it was just, and she kept going like this, and I was like, oh, to keep your head down, because if they see what's underneath, they are going to lose it. So she slams the door, and my foot gets caught like right there. So I'm like, oh, and she's like, then put your feet back in the car. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I put my feet back in the car. They close the doors, and act like we're not going to be able to hear them, but we can hear everything. Like, they're stupid. So they are like so pissed off, and Mrs. Peach is like, te dije that if we were gonna let them out, this was gonna happen. and that I am such a bad influence, and that why didn't he stop it before it happened. And he said that he didn't know that they were going to stop, because when we were driving, they were taking like they're going this way, that way, okay, let's turn, this turn. And I don't know if it's because like they knew someone was following them, or if it was just coincidence, which I'm sure it was just coincidence. Honestly, I just think it was coincidence. They weren't trying to lose him or anything, because I feel like if they would have known, they would have went a different way. It was just, honestly, I just think it was just coincidence. Me and Sam are in the car, and I can't help but miss my opportunity to tell her, told you, bitch. Told you. As soon as I start saying it, she's like, okay, shut up, you feel better? You feel better now? Does it do something for you? Does it do something? And I was like, yeah, bitch, it makes my dick hard. So we start fighting with each other, and Sam gets ballsy and tries to do one of those on me. And I don't know what she thought or what. I don't know. She was just trying to make the situation like get off of her. I don't know if she thought I was gonna eat it or what. I don't know what this child was thinking. But as soon as she did that, game on. We just started like, we were just hitting the air. I don't think we were like honestly trying to hit each other. We were just hitting the air. And I don't know if it's because like all the tension was high that I couldn't feel anything, or if she just wasn't hitting me. I don't know. But we just start doing that. The car starts shaking. They run in. They open the doors. They pull us out. I get pulled out ugly by Baltimore. Like ugly. Where like it stung. Like, you know when someone grabs you and it just stings? Like it feels like they're giving your skin like a rug burn. It felt like that. And I was like, leave me alone. Don't grab me. And so I'm just like getting crazy. You know, like, don't touch me. And Peach is on the other side with Sam, okay? And when she pulled Sam out, Sam, I guess, flung up, which I don't even know. This is what Sam told me. She flung up. And when she flung up, everyone's screaming, right? Me and Baltimore are yelling at each other. I'm telling her not to grab me. And all you hear is like that. You would think Earth stopped spinning for a second, but I heard that slap where I thought it was me for a second that got hit, that even my pendeja ass went like this, because I thought it was me. I was like, because I thought I heard the sound before I felt it. I don't know. And I went like that, and I look up, and Baltimore, ooh, you would think that it was her that got slapped. Peach had slapped Sam. I was scared. I was so scared. All I remember is Baltimore storming around the car, and I just look up because I'm down on the floor, and all you can see is like hair going like this, and suéltame, like let go of me, let go of me. And you hear Peach like screaming, Mr. Peach screaming at them. Baltimore was beating that ass. Like she was beating the shit out of Mrs. Peach. Like it was intense because Mr. Peach could not get Baltimore off of Mrs. Peach. Like she could not get her off. So it took me and Sam like pulling this way. Peach is pulling that, Mr. Peach is pulling that way. And we're like trying to break it up. And they're cussing each other out. I don't know what that was about, but they were just cussing each other out. Sam looks so like her lip was busted. That's how hard the slap was. Her lip was busted. Once the fight is broken up, Baltimore looks at me, tells me to hurry up and get in the car right now. Like she tells me, and I'm like I thought I was gonna stay, but I was like, I'm going with you, bitch. So I hurry and get in the car, and she was like, and tú también. She was telling Sam. Mr. Peach doesn't even say anything. He doesn't object to it at all. And Mrs. Peach is just sitting there on her ass, breathing heavy. Her hair is everywhere, and I was just like, ooh, bitch. Like you had it coming to you. Like you had it coming to you for like ever. It was so sad to see just like how everything played out and how quickly it was. It was mind blowing, right? So me and Sam get in the car. I look at Sam and I was like, what the fuck? Like what just happened? Because it was just like, it was like a dominoes effect. Like one thing happened, then it was just like that. So it's me and her in the car. The car's not even turned on. We can still hear them yelling, but they're not close enough where we can hear, but we can hear that just like cussing each other out. Mr. Peach is in the middle. Mr. Peach is in the middle. And it just looks so wrong because he's holding back the wrong woman. I asked Sam if she's okay because she, like, it's not her first time getting slapped by Mrs. Peach, but I feel like it was a different kind of slap. Well, all the times that she slapped her has been pretty like, oh my god. I think it was different because Voldemort was there and she already had put her hand on her of like, don't, like, I'll handle her, and it just seemed like a malicious attack to Sam. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I feel personally she had no right to touch her. Period. Like, that's how I feel. I feel this way till this date because from what I know, Peach has never really been like close to Sam, and there was just no need for it. Like, she got her mom would discipline her, you know? Feels like forever. Me and Sam are talking and I'm telling her like, okay, like, what's the story? What is it that she wants me to say? And she says, say whatever you want. Like, I don't care. I don't care. She just has this attitude of like, oh, no way. She just has this attitude of she doesn't care and she doesn't think that she's in the wrong at all because she got slapped. And I feel like, okay, yeah, that's valid. You did get slapped. But you're still in wrong. Like, just because this happened doesn't mean it cancels out the bad that you were doing, you know? But she was like, I don't care. Say whatever you want. I don't care. And I didn't know what to say, honestly. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going mute because I don't know what to say and I don't want Sam to get in trouble. And at the same time, I don't know how much they've seen. And I honestly just felt bad for Sam because of the situation and how it just must have been hard for her, you know, to feel like there is 3 adults. I don't know. Is that just me being a little bit dramatic? I don't know. Because she was wrong at the end of the day. So Voldemort finally gets in the car. As she's getting in the car, she looks back at Sam. And Sam just sit back like this with her neck exposed. And Voldemort looks at her and he just says, oh, you're such a disgrace. Like, do you see how you look? You look so disgusting. And Sam just tells her, you're one to talk. Like, just a whole different, like, her whole attitude to like, oh, I'm so sorry, and then you're one to talk. And I'm like thinking like, girl, she was in your corner. Like, she like gave Peach like her putazos. Like, what is wrong with you? So I'm just like looking at Sam and I'm looking at Voldemort, looking at Sam. No one's looking at me, so I'm just doing all this and ain't nobody looking at me. So I go because I want some attention, and I'm just like and just like looking at her, and Sam's just not breaking character. She goes like this, and I don't know if she was just trying to show more or what, but she goes like this, and Voldemort just reaches back, grabs her by her chin, and kind of just like looks at her. He did the whole like I don't know if he was trying to spell his name or what, but it looked disgusting, and I was just like, and she just and puts her hand down, and I don't even want to talk to you. Don't talk to me. You act like you're on the right. Like, you are wrong. You are wrong. And Sam is just like, okay. Just like doesn't care. And it's just so like, who are you to tell me type of vibe. Like, it was just like, dude, even if you hate her, like, you still should show some respect. Like, the car was silent. The ride home, like, just silent. Voldemort stops, gets her some food, doesn't ask us if we want anything, and it's like, okay, I understand, I get it, like, we're in trouble. So we go into the driveway. She gets off first. We follow behind her. Sam's a little bit more quiet because I don't know, she was like thinking like, oh, I messed up, I shouldn't be saying anything, like I'm wrong at the end of the day, because yeah, she's wrong at the end of the day. She shouldn't have been, none of it. Like, it was just none of it. We get inside. Voldemort goes upstairs and calls us one by one. So I go upstairs first. She asks me what happened, all of it. And I just tell her because I'm like, hey, Sam don't give a damn. I'm just going to tell her. And so I tell her everything that happened. And she's like, and you just stayed in the car. Oh, because you're just so innocent. You stayed in the car. And I told her that if the ex was there, that I probably would have been in there too. But that, no. And yeah, that's what happened. And she just like looks at me and she tells me to call Sam. So I call Sam. Sam comes upstairs and she's like, what? Like, just what? And she has her hair up like in a low bun where it's like she has it exposed, like she over here trying to show off, like, so like I did it in wood type of thing, right? And she asks Sam what happened. Sam literally repeats everything that I just said verbatim. And she even like throws in there that like I was saying that like I knew someone was watching, and she's like, so you knew that we were following you, that you knew, but you still, she's like, doesn't care. And she just keeps asking her, like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? You need to tell me what is wrong with you so I can help you. What is wrong with you? Like, if you knew we were right there and we were following, she's like, I didn't know you guys were following. Alexis did. And she's like, so would it have mattered if you knew? And she's like, no. And I'm just like, and she wants to insult me and says, I expected this from Alexis, but not for you. And I said, bitch. And I'm just like, because it's just like, what? But like, I literally just said, like, I would too if he was there. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let you have it. So I'm just sitting there with my hands folded, crossed like this, like just listening. She's going in on Sam, saying that she's so disappointed in her, that why is she like that? And Sam just keeps telling her, like, why are you telling me anything when you're still fucking my dad? And she's like, what? You don't even know what you're talking about. That is grown business. You have no, that's adult business. You have no business in it. Whatever I do, whatever your dad does, whatever, it is none of your business. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Like screaming in her face. And Sam is just like this. Like does not care, does not want to hear her. And it's just like over it. Like, how are you going to tell me something when you're just as dirty? Like you're dirty. You're disgusting. And they kind of have like their little moment of like throwing shade back and forth, and I'm just still sitting there like a dumbass like this because I don't know if I am like, am I dismissed? Do I go? So I'm just sitting there. Baltimore looks at me and she's like, what the f are you still doing here? What are you doing here? Go. And it would be better if you know, like if I found somewhere else to stay. And I'm like, I don't have anywhere else to go, and that's my problem, like I'm like, no, I just don't. She's like, and tell me how that is my problem. And I'm like, it's not. So she starts going on me of how is it my problem that they have to take care of me and that I'm just bringing just as much stress, that why am I there, to answer her to why am I there. And I'm like, because I want to be here. Like I felt so stupid. Just being like, I'm like, I don't have anywhere to go. And then Sam's like, what's wrong with you? Like, why do you do that? Why do you want her to beg to stay? Like, why do you need that? And so it's just like, we're all like, it just, and Baltimore's telling her like to mind her business. They're like, oh, because you pay the bills, huh? Because you pay the bills. And she's like, how much more can it cost? Like someone else just taking a shower and eating. Like, what are you talking about? And it's just like very awkward because I'm just sitting there like I feel stupid, you know? And she's like, no, then Alexis, like, tell me right now. Like, if you think that, like, it's right, that, like, we bounce you from here and there, that we gotta take care of you because, like, your own mom doesn't want you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not. Like, it's not. Like, I can find somewhere to go tomorrow. And she's like, no, I want you to find somewhere to go right now. And I'm just, like, looking at her. She's like, what are you still doing here? Go find what to do. And I'm like, okay. So, like, I feel stupid because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I feel so dumb where I'm like, And then Sam just starts yelling at her, like, why are you such a bitch? She's like, you can't hurt my feelings. So you go to her Alexis feelings. And then Baltimore's like, oh, now all of a sudden you care about her feelings. You don't go about her feelings. That's why you're over there messing with her boyfriend. And her saying that, I knew in that moment I couldn't like turn around and be like, what? You know, because it was just like not the right time. She's like, oh, shut the hell up, and who do you think I learned it from? So they just sound stupid going in on their own thing, and I am just sitting there holding my phone, like crying, because I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna go. Because I don't know where I'm gonna go. So I text Skillet and I'm like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, it went down crazy, like so much drama is going on. I'm like, they don't want me here, like I need somewhere to go. Like, I'm like, can I go with you? And she's like, oh my god, yeah, like what happened? And so I'm like explaining the situation, and she's like, oh my god, that's so crazy, like she's just taking out on you. Like, first check with like the other people, like if they want you to leave. And I'm like, no, like F that, like I'm gonna leave. So without even saying anything, I leave. So I'm gonna end it there, you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for showing all you guys' love and support on my story times. It really means so much to me. I love you guys so much. Besos a todos, and I'll see you guys in my next story time. If you guys enjoy story times, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and comment. It really does help me out a lot. I love you guys. I hope you guys liked the makeup look. I thought it was so freaking cute with the snowflakes. It went with the nails and it went with the headband. Like, look how freaking cute. Look at that.